Well, it looks like by the end of this summer transfer window, PSG won't be left with any star at the club. Lionel Messi left and signed for Inter Miami. Neymar is another one who wants out. Sergio Ramos is also out already. He really put up his bye-byes to the fans of PSG, and he's working on a deal to go ahead and play in Saudi Arabia. Now, the latest one is going to hate to shock everyone is that of Kylian Mbappe. He's going to hate to submit a transfer request. It's called "Let Me Go Now" or "Lose Me on a Free Next Summer." Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. Lewandowski Robert has gone ahead and reacted to the speculations that there are Saudi teams that are interested in him at the age of 34, and maybe he would like to resign from Barcelona and obviously go that side. He has addressed that issue. And lastly, Kai Havertz to Real Madrid. The current situation has been addressed by the #1 transfer guru, that is Fabrizio Romano. Let's see close to 200 likes. Smash on this video as a huge story coming in from France has gone ahead to be broken by L'Equipe down in France, one of the credible sources in France that are really so close to Kylian Mbappe and so on and so forth. Who was the first to break this story? Fabrizio Romano, quoting L'Equipe, that Mbappe has informed PSG of his decision. He will not trigger the option to extend current contract until 2025. It means that deal would expire next year in 2024, as L'Equipe called. PSG position, no plan to lose him on a free. Sign new deal, all could be sold. That is Fabrizio Romano in there for you. And guess what he added? That crucial point on Kylian Mbappe's story, as mentioned before, PSG do not consider an option to lose him as a free agent in June 2024. New deal, or he will be available on the market right now. So we go to Sky Sports. Cave told us that Kylian Mbappe has written to PSG to tell them he won't extend his contract by 2025. That means his contract runs out next summer. PSG will not let him leave for nothing, so he could be sold this summer. Discussions ongoing about a new PSG contract for Kylian Mbappe. And then he said there was no need for Mbappe to send PSG a letter. He had until 31st July to tell them if he wanted to exercise option to extend by another year to 2025. If he didn't want to extend to 2025, he didn't have to do anything. It was an opt-in option, not an opt-out option. So, guys, huge stories emerging in from France about Kylian Mbappe, and as it stands, Kylian Mbappe wants out. It's a clear transfer request that Kylian Mbappe is going to have to submit into to the hierarchy of PSG and the president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, that please, I want out. And remember, he was supposed to go to Real Madrid in the summer of 2020, I think 2021, right? 2022, right? Yeah. 2021 was a free agent, and from nowhere we saw them announce a new contract. Real Madrid had made a bid of 160 million euros in the summer of 2021, but it was rejected by PSG, and PSG thought that maybe they would convince Mbappe to sign a new contract. And by using Macron, the president of France, they convinced Kylian Mbappe to sign a new deal where he earns £1 million per week. Huge salaries that Kylian Mbappe is earning at PSG. But as I told you, there is what we call Erling Haaland. I think I've always come out here and said it, that if Kylian Mbappe spends more 2 years in League One, Haaland is going to overtake him. There is a chance for Mbappe to come out and take on Haaland, either by joining Real Madrid or joining Manchester United, one of those two teams. Because right now, it's all about him winning the Ballon d'Ors. It's all about him winning the Champions League. It's all about him winning the La Liga, winning the Premier League, you know? Because if he wants money, at the age of 30, he will make money. Even right now, if at all he can prove to the club that he can make shirt sales that are really ridiculous, and obviously attract more sponsors to the club of Manchester United, Real Madrid, they can pay him that £1 million that he really gets at PSG. But I doubt whether there is a team that can get him that amount of money, because at Real Madrid, they had agreed £600,000 a week. in the contract they had. It was verbal but not signed. So Mbappe is feeling the threat of Erling Haaland. Don't you ask yourself why that this statement goes in through after Haaland lifts the Champions League? Mbappe knows that if it's not Messi winning the Ballon d'Or this year, it's going to be Haaland. And he has been really stepping with that podium for very many years, and it's time for him to win it. And it's going to be a shame for Haaland to win it faster than Kylian Mbappe. Though I think they're going to give it to Lionel Messi. But I think it has been a very huge wake-up call to Kylian Mbappe and his entourage. I think they've sat down and said, all right, if we happen to go to Real Madrid or join Man United, we are going to find ourselves in a situation of obviously countering Haaland. And what is the best way for him to counter Haaland? I think it's him coming into Man United, as looks like Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is going to take over Man United. So I really understand that things are really going to come out positively as expected from this. So let's wait and see how the Kylian Mbappe transfer request is dealt with by PSG, meaning that teams that are having money to buy PSG are welcome. If Sheikh Jassim Al Thani comes in through and obviously does the needful, then United can be in position to buy Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid, I think right now, they've told us that they have 300 million euros to spend, So, can they make a bid of 160 million euros again for Kylian Mbappe? Or they're going to sell him at 200 million euros. But I think it will be less, as he's left with just 1 year on his contract. But to me, arguably, is the best player on planet Earth. So, let's wait and see how that's going to pan out. Mbappe submitting a transfer request to see to it that he leaves. If you don't sell me now, I'm gonna leave on a free. That is Kylian Mbappe for you, coming in and obviously doing the needful. Let's go to Lewandowski Robert. He's in Poland preparing to play for the qualifiers of the Euros 2024, and was asked on the Saudi club's bid. He said, I don't think about Saudi bid because there is nothing to think about. I have other priorities. I look and I see what is happening in Saudi, but it doesn't not concern me. He told the Sport Inertia. That is it. So I think, however much he's 34 years of age, Lewandowski believes that he still has some years to play at top level football. If Ronaldo managed to really quit at the age of 38, then why not Lewandowski also trying to play some more games, because he believes at Barcelona, the day Barcelona wins a Champions League, he's going to lift the Ballon d'Or. And I think his dream is to lift the Ballon d'Or, as he complained that he was really reached in 2020 because they really got out the Ballon d'Or celebrations and rewards. So he would have wanted to take it because he scored very many goals in the Champions League, lifted the Bundesliga, and he lifted the Champions League to something that would have put him in a situation of winning the Ballon d'Or. So that is Lewandowski for you, throwing in a very huge update about his future. Barcelona fans, relax and float. He's still here. He's not bothered with the movement to Saudi Arabia, however much Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, N'Golo Kante, Sergio Ramos, and very many others have attracted interest, and they are playing that side and they're really earning huge money. And I think even Lewandowski will be in the same ilk like Karim Benzema. 100 million euros per year contracts will be really awarded to him. So leaving Lewandowski aside, let's go to the last story of this episode. It's all about Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is being linked to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid's interest in him is really concrete, as confirmed to us by Fabrizio Romano like a week before, and a huge update coming in from Fabrizio Romano about the Kai Havertz to Madrid update. He says, Real Madrid have no intention to pay big fee for Kai Havertz. He's appreciated by Ancelotti, but no plans to spend 60 million euros plus add-ons on requested by Chelsea. Negotiations currently off, could only change if the price tag will be lower than in the window. And this is where Kai Havertz might miss out on going to Real Madrid, because Real Madrid have been looking at him as a centre forward. When they get in Kylian Mbappe, will they go back for him? Or the deal of Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid just benefits United on getting Harry Kane because Real Madrid won't be interested in signing Harry Kane anymore. But Kai Havertz, 60 million euros called by Chelsea. Madrid has said no, we're not going to pay that amount of money. Amidst their chairman or president, Florentino Perez, coming out in public and assured us as they're having 300 million euros to spend, they've already spent 100 millions onto Jude Bellingham, and they are in here waiting to really go ahead and do the needful to spend another huge amount of money on Kylian Mbappe. They might not be willing to spend 60. I think they believe he's 40 million euros according to them, but they are being rivaled by Arsenal, so wait and see how that is going to pan out. So guys, your thoughts on Kylian Mbappe submitting a transfer request to PSG are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Lewandowski snubbing Saudi bids? And lastly, Kai Havertz, Real Madrid not valuing him at 60 million euros, and talks are really off in between the two parties. A sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly. Muslims, may Allah reward you abundantly. Mia.